parents at home and teachers in school equip children to face life's challenges?
Parents at home should be far more understanding and understand that academics is not the success in life. And you know, when a child is not able to do, should not experience failure. Because today is the era of multiple intelligence. Can I be a Sachin Tendulkar? I can't, even if my parents gave me the best of abilities, because each child comes with a unique, if they have, we have to identify and take that quality forward. It could be sports, could be art, it could be music. Today it can be fine arts. I mean, look at a good painter, or we can have a lot of, so understanding, if not as a main, at least develop this as a very good hobby. Every child should have, other than academics, activities which they are very interested in. What also understand parents, I want to tell parents at this point is, they are, some of the, this is the well-to-do parents, put the children to too many classes. Go for music class, go for this thing, go for art, go for this, go for, it's not. I think the child should do at a young age one other class, one other hobby besides academics, and maybe at a little age of 10 or 12, maybe two. Not that, you know, for a, and I think it's best, the minute the child does, they said, you say, oh, you start singing. See, and the minute you put a child in the class, it's regimentation. Whatever the class may be, I think we should wait for it till the child really shows interest. That I would really tell parents that please be sensitive and don't think studying for hours and hours. I always say study smarter, not longer. And for that, they should know how to develop study skills in children. How does a child learn, and equip them to learn it faster.
Teachers? What about
now, teachers? My request to the teachers is, first of all, please be very compassionate and empathetic towards those children who are not the toppers in your class. They will anyhow do well in any school because they must be equipped with certain quality. And they need not be so aggressively punitive to children or derogatory on their self of not being able to do. And it could be possible. It is all, at this point I want to say, they say in the Western literature almost 10% of children have some form of learning problems or the other. It could be a learning disabled child who then needs to be looked into different way.
Okay.
Then, so please understand this child. Don't just make them, and this is my plea to the school, that don't just write them off and don't.
Dr. Nandini, one parting shot.
Yes.
You have written a number of books on bringing up children.
Yeah.
One of them, I went through their website. It says, Your Child, Parents Guide to 5 Years. Yes. 5 years of life.
Yeah.
Your Child, Parents Guide to 5 Years of life.
Yeah.
What are the 2 or 3 key advices in that? Scientific advices.
2, 3 key advices we have talked about, which we have really talked about, is nutrition, which plays a great role in all ways, whether it is learning, obesity, physical. I think it's a parent should look at nutrition in a child in a very, very crucial way, you know, for this thing. The second thing we have talked about is identifying problems in children, who are a large number of them, which you could have, by being sensitive to when they're not learning, get them known. If there are, you know, other developmental disabilities, how do you handle them, take help. And third thing we talked about is behavioral management. You know, behavioral is managed, behavioral management of how at different ages you have to equip your child, giving them, you know, at what ages you have to give what kind of freedom, when do you set limits, how do you communicate with your child. These are some of the issues as young as 5 years we're talking about. I'm talking about.
That's why you have said Parents Guide to 5 years of life.
Yes, the first 5 years.
Crucial 5 years.
5 years. I said, and of course my last shot is putting this in the public forum in the wikikidi.com, which will hope in another few months' time should have lots of information, and I hope people access it, and it's done with a good feeling for the parents and the people.
Dr. Nandini Munkar, many thanks for coming over to the studios of Radio Indigo and enlightening our listeners on vital issues concerning our children. I, on behalf of the Dabba Bengaluru Foundation and Radio Indigo, wish you and your team of dedicated workers a cheerful and fruitful year ahead. Thanks once again.
Thank you, Mr. Balram, for having me, and I really reciprocate the same to you and hope you have a great year with Indigo.
Thank you.